Okay, today's mission is I want to get started on the tiling the shower. You see, I got tiles here. I got a blade for my cutter, spacers. I've never done tiling before, but I have watched a few videos. So my goal today is to tile this wall here of the shower to start with. So I'll have to space them out and then make some cuts, and from the videos I followed, it should be pretty straightforward. I want to do this wall eventually, today, and then the back wall and up to the top of this, but across, you see. Same on the other side, and then up this back wall past here to make it equal height. And then I'm gonna just I'll put a lacquer or something on here, a sealer lacquer, just so if any water gets on the wood, and same with around that window, it won't matter, I'll seal it. And that'll be good. And then I got decorative rocks, which I'm going to try and use the glue compound for the tiles and put them on here, just for a little bit of decoration on the front there. So that's the plan anyway. And I got the mud and stuff out in the garage. It's melting again today. I'm already recovering water from the snow that's melting. Same with over here and on the backside, and then dumping it in my dugout. Greenhouse slowly coming along. Definitely melting, but once again I'm trying to clear as much snow away as I can so it'll dry up quicker. But anyway, back onto the tiling. We got the tile, what do you call it, mud or glue? It's kind of a mud, but it's a glue. It was recommended from the local supply store. I'll just have to read the instructions and get some mixed up. Fun. Brand new. Then I had to get a battery because I didn't realize they don't come with batteries when you buy them in the box there. Ooh, she's going to work. Okay, now, well, I should take the battery out. I don't know, safety first, right? I don't want to hit the trigger when I'm frickin' putting this on. And then here's a brake, so I can undo this sucker. I think that'll do her. Always wear your safety glasses. Okay, got the compound in the porch here. And then I got a pail, and I found my mixer. So that'll work. But don't want to get ahead of myself. I got to measure up the dry fit on the tiles. Do some cutting, and then we'll worry about mixing up the mud, glue, whatever we call it here. I call it kind of a glue, but it's kind of a concrete. But what is it, glue or cement of some sort? Anyway, distracting myself again. we got 32 1/8. So I'm going to do a little math here. 11 3/4. So I'm going to put the tile, spacers, and then I'm going to have to cut one off here. So I'm going to figure that out, and yeah, get at her. I'll have to cut probably, well, they're about a foot. So I'm going to cut about 4.5. Okay, let's try it. I'm going to do this outside because it might get a little messy. So far, so good. There we go, clean it up a bit. I think that'll work. Because the cut edge, I'll put it on the outside, and then when I do the decorative rock, it'll cover up any little imperfections. Plus, it's not the Taj Mahal. It's my off-grid cabin. Okay, it calls for 6.5 or 6.6 liters for a 50-pound bag, but I don't want to make up that much at once until I know what I'm doing. So we'll go about 1/6 of that order. I'm sure it's kind of like making a dough for bread. Just got to get the right consistency, right? Okay, let's try and mix that a bit. Looks like I'm going to need a lot more. It's all right. We're all learning. At least I am. We'll get it. Okay, I think that's pretty good consistency. You don't want it running down the wall, so you'll need it stiff enough. Well, we'll try that. I think slight more powder. So I'm thinking better to be a little too thick than too thin. Okay, according to the instructions, I mixed it as per I just did for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes and then slowly mix it again. Doesn't really, not in-depth instructions, but so that I can kind of make out by what they put here. Yeah, we'll try that, see how it goes. Okay, let's give her a go. We got the full size, we got the cut ones. watched a few YouTube videos, and I know you got to keep your grooves straight so that you can seal properly and glue properly. You don't want to be going in circles or half circles or something. Okay, gonna back butter the tile. Okay, let's try it. First tile. Okay, I better grab my level. It should be level because the bottom guide here is supposed to be level. Of course, I installed the shower, so who knows. But I'll grab my level just to make sure. Let's go up slightly on this side. Perfect. Okay, carry on, Canada. I don't know if you need to do one space at a time, but it'll work. Not a big deal, but I like to put the bit of the design the same way. Now I'll put in a couple spacers. That should work, right? And now the last one that I cut, we'll put the cut to the outside. Should go right in there, like that, with the spacer. Whew, that's not that difficult so far, but of course it depends. We'll see by tomorrow if they're on nice and solid or if they're falling off. But either way, I'm learning, you see. You stop learning, you stop living, I tell you. Okay. Back butter this baby. That's a 3 beer. That's a tongue twister. Well, not really a tongue twister. Back butter that baby. Okay, that's gonna work for spacing. Would be good. Now I'm gonna cut them all to go up the wall, so I have them all set before I start gluing them in. Okay, first row done. Now I'll carry on up the wall. Okay, it's coming along. 3 rows. Check the level again. Bang on. So that's good. Going better than I thought. Okay, we'll finish her off here. Okay. 1 wall complete. Looks pretty good. Let her dry. I'm going to finish the whole, I got to take these curtains off and everything, and then finish the whole shower tiling. And then grout, let it dry good for a day or 2, and then we'll grout it. Easier than I thought so far. But today I'm going to try and put on these my rocks on the front here. And that'll be good for today. Okay, I got this wall done. In the front, decided to put tiles on the side here. I think that looks a lot better, cleaner. And I put the rocks put some rocks along the top. You know, a little bit of artistic design. So that'll do it for today's video. I gotta take all this down, and I do have a little bit of mud left, or glue. So I'm gonna carry on with the back wall there. See what I can get done. But you don't need to worry your pretty little heads about that. Catch you on the next video. I will send definitely do an update video once it's all done. Catch you later.